Betty, this is Rose of Sharon, and I'm back again with another movie review. I just recently saw Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw, and to be honest with you, like the Portal game, the trailer is a lie. It is an outright, unmitigated, unbridled lie. And here's the reason I say that. The trailer itself makes this movie look so much better than it actually is. This movie is tripe. Be warned. Don't believe the trailer. Don't give any credence to it whatsoever because it is so cliche, so predictable, and there are a lot of things that physically, well, I know it's Hollywood and you should suspend your belief or disbelief at what's happening on the screen, but it defies the laws of physics in a plethora of ways. There are scenes that just made me shake my head and thinking, oh, this is just awful. It was schlock. And personally, I think it's one of the worst movies ever made. Right up there with Kalas and When in Rome. But I'm going to just give you a rundown. I'm going to spoil it just because I hated it so much. I'm not going to garnish it with a star, with a thumbs up. Bunkus. This deserves absolutely nothing. As a comic book guy would say, worst movie ever. It was just horrendous. You've got Ryan Reynolds, who plays as a cameo character, and you got Chris Hart, and these are big names in the movie industry. And of course, you've got the guy who plays Shaw. I forget his name. He's a British actor. Everybody knows who he is. I'm thinking he's more Eastender because he has a kind of Cockney timbre in his voice. But yeah, and then you got Dwayne The Rock Johnson. And I like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but even this for him is way over the top. There's so many really horribly punny jokes that are in this, and just different scenes that don't really have a lot of continuity. And then you've got one character who shows up from Etion, who's a cyborg who's been upgraded and augmented with these cybernetic implants to make him basically Black Superman. That's what they call him. Oh, yes, this movie is unapologetically racist as well. I mean, it does it in a tongue in cheek way, but it hinges upon a lot of prejudicial jokes that are just in this day and age, in 2020, are very dated and they don't hold water. So already this movie is dating itself. It's unapologetic about this, and I'm not really offended by much, but I just had to roll my eyes at the whole Black Superman thing because it was just so stupid. And you've got this virus that at the first you have a very beautiful lady who we think she sends it away into no man's land, but she actually injects it into herself and becomes the virus. And this virus apparently liquefies your insides. And then you have Etion, who basically are the Illuminati. And oh, they don't exist. I'm like, yeah, that's a pot shot at the Illuminati, which we all know exists. Don't flame me. Don't come looking for me. I know people. I have friends in high places. Regardless, it just is a movie that is awful. I don't want it in my collection. I never really cared for Fast and Furious, and this just proves how ridiculous the whole Fast and Furious cinematic universe really is. I mean, I love cars, don't get me wrong, but there's no creativity here. It's just mostly you've got lulls, and then you've got knock 'em out, smash 'em up, slobber knocker action. Yeah, I'm going back to my WWE vocabulary, but it just ugh. It's not a good it is a terrible film. It is an awful film. Like I said before, the trailer's a lie. Don't believe it. If you fall for it like I did, that's an hour of your life you're never getting back. But I watched it for you, so I've done you a favor. um, worst movie ever is I could say actually a movie that's worse than this is Colossus. So it ranks up there, and just a lot of the even Dwayne celebrating his Samoan heritage. I mean, I thought, okay, so we have to have something culturally appropriate to counteract all the insensitive racist remarks that you made. You think that redeems you? Absolutely not. Under no circumstances, other than I can't even talk. Under no circumstances does that redeem you. So, my grade for the film itself is F. It doesn't get a thumb up. It doesn't get a star. It gets bunkus, like I said. I didn't care for it. It felt like it just went on too long. There were scenes that, even as makeshift as the Samoan traps were for the baddies from Etion who came in to stop everything that was happening, they wanted the asset, they wanted the pretty girl back. The pretty girl survives a catastrophic fall that most likely in real life would have led to her demise. Yeah. I mean, I'm an analytically minded person, so yes, I do know that fantasy is not reality. I totally get it, but this just was on all extremes and all attempts and accounts, just absolutely awful. So with that being said, I don't recommend it, but on another note, my laptop's in the shop, so I'm going to get it back Tuesday. What's what they tell me, and then I'll be able to do more uploads normally, even though YouTube is going to a different format, which I absolutely hate. But needless to say, I will adapt. I'm writing everything out longhand. And it's exercising my mind, so it's not a bad thing for me. This is all well and good to exercise my creative muscle, which I do every day anyway. That's basically all I have to say about Hobbs and Shaw. So until next time, live on and prosper. Ciao, Tutti.